Alright guys, so today I want to give you a brief overview on all features that XIM Nexus has to offer. Next to that, I will also give you a short outlook into 2 features that XIM Nexus will receive after its launch. And if you have still some features in mind that aren't part of XIM Nexus yet, then just post them in the video description. One of the best perks of XIM products is that you get more and more features with each year. Now, to not waste even more time, let's start with all the features that XIM Nexus will offer on release. I will sometimes blend in a picture on the right to give you a better understanding on how a specific feature looks like. Also, I will probably go over every feature in more detail via dedicated videos later this year. Now, first I will go over all the trigger features of XIM Nexus. One of the biggest features is that you can configure the correlation between the physical trigger press distance and the output percentage that the controller will send to the console or PC. This may sound complicated, but it allows you to realize customizable hair triggers or a non-linear trigger activation. So you can fully decide on how fast or slow the trigger activation should ramp up when you press it. What you can also do is to double, triple or even quad bind your controller trigger. So if you ever wanted to shoot your weapon 4 times in a row with a single trigger press, then XIM Nexus has you covered. And you can of course determine the different trigger press percentages at which these 4 shots should happen. This can for example also be used to shoot your weapon on a light trigger press, and when you fully press the trigger you will start to reload your weapon. Another trigger feature of XIM Nexus is the so-called quick pull. It allows you to shoot almost as fast as a rapid fire script. Whenever you start to release the controller trigger, your Nexus will reset the trigger percentage so you can directly shoot again. What I mean by that is that you no longer have to fully release the controller trigger to shoot again. The last trigger feature is the option to recalibrate your triggers. That way you can for example fix worn out controller triggers. And you can also choose between a manual and automatic calibration. Next, let's look at the button features. In total, Nexus offers 24 buttons and all of these can be mapped to any action that you want to. Outside of the regular controller buttons, Nexus also offers 2 navigation buttons at the top. By default, they are used to cycle through your Nexus profiles, but you can also bind them to any other action as well. Aside from that, Nexus also has 4 back buttons. These can of course also be mapped to any action of your choice. By the way, the configuration of Nexus itself is done via the Nexus Manager. It's an application that you can run on your phone or from your PC. The software will communicate via Bluetooth with your Nexus controller, and all changes can directly be tested on the fly in your favorite game. The Nexus Manager will have 3 software modes. The first one is the beginner mode, which allows you to set up the whole controller with just a few clicks. For more advanced users, there's also the expert mode. In that mode you will have full control over any feature and you can also make very complex adjustments. The third mode is the classic mode. In that mode, Nexus will act as a normal controller, so motion aiming and other features are turned off. The last feature of the Nexus Manager is the spectator mode. It's a streaming overlay that will display an animated replica of your physical Nexus controller. This is what you can see at the bottom of my video. It supports all popular streaming applications and it's directly built into the Nexus Manager. Next, let's look at the gyro features. The first feature is actually a hardware one. The gyro module of the Nexus is placed in the middle of the pivot point, which is based on how you would normally grip the controller. So the gyro module is basically placed at the best possible location, which is quite different to where most other controllers place it. And just like the controller triggers, you can of course also fully recalibrate the gyro module. Next to that, you can also fully configure the behavior of the gyro aiming. You can either manually adjust each gyro parameter, such as smoothing, precision or stability, or you can choose from a variety of different presets. The gyro aiming itself is powered by the Smart Translator technology, which ensures a perfect aim translation in all supported Nexus games. This is also the reason for why you can benefit from aim assist when using gyro aiming. Other existing gyro controllers are usually emulating mouse movements, and as a result, the game will not allow you to activate aim assist. Another gyro feature of the Nexus controller are ballistic curves. These will let you accelerate or deaccelerate your gyro aiming. And one of the biggest features is the gyro activation. Thanks to this feature, you can activate and deactivate the gyro aiming whenever and however you want to. You can either select from one of several profiles or you create your own one to activate motion aiming in the most natural way. Next, let's go over the analog stick features. First off, you can of course fully recalibrate the sticks whenever you want to. That way you can fully eliminate analog stick drifts, which most controllers develop over time. Normal controllers don't allow you to rerun the calibration, and as a result the sticks become more and more inaccurate. Another feature is the stick behavior. You can choose between 3 options. The first one is the native stick behavior. The analog sticks will then feel like how the game developer intended them to feel. The second option is the linear behavior. This one is quite self-explanatory. If you pack the stick twice as much, you will also turn twice as fast in the game. The last one is the ballistic curve behavior. With that one, you can fully customize how your sticks should feel in the game. By the way, Nexus is the only controller where ballistic curves are not added on top of the aim mechanic of your game. This means that what you draw in your ballistic graph is exactly what you will experience with your gyro or analog sticks. Because of that, the ballistic curve will feel the same across all games. This is different to how other controllers do it. The ballistic curve of other controllers are working on top of the aim mechanic of your game. This means that the aim mechanic will distort the outcome, and since every game uses a different aim mechanic, the ballistic curve will always feel different whenever you change your game. With Nexus, this is not an issue though. Thanks to the smart translator technology, your sticks and gyro aiming will always feel exactly how your ballistic curve looks like. At last, Nexus of course also offers an audio port. It offers full voice chat and audio support. In the last few minutes, I want to go over some of the features that XIM Nexus will receive in the upcoming weeks. One of those is a wired 1000 Hz mode. If you are a competitive gamer and you want the least amount of delay, then the 1000 Hz mode will be your best friend. Another big feature will be the unified sensitivity option. Nexus will allow you to set a single sensitivity that will then work across all games. So you will have the same stick and gyro sensitivity in every game. This means that when you start a new game, you no longer have to dial in your sensitivity until it feels as fast as in your other games. It's ideal to build up muscle memory and to transfer your aiming skills from one game to another. So your flicks and swipes will always feel the same no matter what game you play. The XIM team is of course working on even more features, but those aren't ready to be disclosed yet. If there are any features that you have missed so far, then please post them in the comments or in the XIM forum. Good suggestions are usually always turned into new XIM features. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button or maybe even subscribe to this channel to not miss out on any of the upcoming videos. Also, contrary to popular belief, this channel is not an official XIM channel. I run this channel in my free time to bring you guys the latest XIM news and tricks. So if you want to support what I do, then maybe consider to join the YouTube channel membership. Channel members usually get around 1 to 4 weeks of early access to all new videos. Plus, we also have a nice little Discord to discuss XIM settings and other stuff. But that's about it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching and I will maybe see you in the next one.